Hey everybody, Ralph Havens here, and I am in Fairhaven. Just finished a great run. It's raining. It's the Northwest. And I was just thinking about a time when I got kicked out of Scientology. The funny thing was, I was never officially in it. I don't know what it takes to be called a Scientologist. Like, is there a test? Is there a decision? Do you just have to take an oath of office? I don't know. But here's the deal, and I think it'll help because there's a way to use some stuff I found going through some of the training many years ago that I think is really useful during these times because it helps with communication. And it seems like the country is turning into two separate groups. Some that are thinking that we're so dangerous to each other that we have to protect ourselves in very extreme social isolation ways and mask wearing, and they're waiting for a vaccine before they can absolutely go back to work out of phase 4. And then there's the other group that that thinks this is total fraud and the science isn't there, and the health authorities are flip-flopping back and forth all over the place, and there's scientists all over the world demanding some justice and real looking at the science. So there's two separate groups, and they're both passionate, and they both think they're on the right side, and they're both doing it for good reasons, of course, you know. And so communication is so important. And so here's the thing. I remember one time I had a consultant. Here's the deal about Scientology and me. I had a consultant. They were called Survival Strategies, and they were in Burbank, California, Los Angeles. And they helped my friend get a really good physical therapy practice in Los Angeles. So I thought I'll do it because it'll help me get a really good practice in San Diego. And they helped me a lot. And so they were in LA, and I would take lots of classes. I took all my staff up there, and it was amazing. And they showed me how to communicate with doctors and how to see them at to be able to communicate with them. And so I'm going to give you a way to communicate that I think can help a lot of people and help you to talk to people and understand people and communicate. And it's so important right now, of course. And so there I was taking some training, and it was I was paired off with one woman. She was really a girl. She was like 16, maybe 15, I don't even know. And we were doing a communication drill where you looked at each other in the eyes, and you weren't supposed to flinch or have any kind of expression. And then the other person would do all sorts of crazy things, like make jokes, call you names, jump up and down, just like do all sorts of things to get a rise out of you. And your job was to stay really still and just present to them without any kind of emotion. And so we were having a lot of fun, and we were laughing, and it was just so much fun. And she was the daughter of somebody that worked there. And so at one point she said, "Oh my God, you're not a Scientologist." And I was like, "I don't think I am." But anyway, that was kind of funny. And so, but here's the thing. So there's a thing that happens when most of the world right now is living in fear. And you can tell that because of the news. It's all like really dramatic, and the world is ending, and people are dangerous, and all these things. And so wars and riots and viruses, and it's all fear. And so one thing that happens, and this is known, this is how Hitler did what Hitler did and convinced a whole nation to follow along with the extermination of a whole group of people, millions of people. And you can have a group and feed them fear thoughts, and then they're so fearful, there's a tone level. The next tone level up is covert hostility. And covert hostility is kind of like passive aggressive. It means that you're doing things to help with a little smile on your face, but you've got some really bad motives on the inside. And so that's covert hostility. And that rules over fear. People in fear will do what somebody in covert hostility says. And then another tone level up is anger and antagonism. So if everybody in fear is reaching out in anger and antagonism, they feel better. Of course, that feels better than being in fear. So there's the dynamics. So the question is, how can you talk to somebody if you're at a higher tone level, like really interested in life or happy? You can't talk to them because they're going to think you're an idiot, So I'm like, oh, that guy's just too simple. So the thing is to try to meet them where they are and understand their fears, and then take them up a tone level, get them to the next tone level, maybe even anger at the way things are, and then we have a chance to start to talk to them and bring them up, hopefully to an interest in their own life and their interest in happiness. And so this is some stuff that way beyond the scope of a short video, but I hope this helps, that if we can talk to each other, then we might have a chance. And just kind of like meeting each other in stillness and acceptance and peace, and just asking questions of what's going on, what are you afraid of, what do you think is going on, and just with the hope of understanding them, and then maybe we can start to have a little better communication. So I hope this helps. Let's get out there and live. Let's really live. And this is Bellingham. My GoPro has a little thing that's off, so I can't really go out in the rain too much with it right now. All right, you guys, I will see you soon.